My child, listen to my voice in the stillness of this moment. Let the noise of your day fade away. Let the anxieties of your heart grow quiet, for I am about to speak a word directly into your spirit. The word I speak is this: you will be eliminated tonight. Yes, tonight is the night. A divine appointment has been set in the heavens for you, an hour marked in eternity before you were ever formed. I know that word, elimination, strikes a chord of fear in the human heart. It speaks of loss, of endings, of being cast out. But I am your Father, and my words are not meant to harm you, but to heal you. You must lean in closer, past the veil of your human understanding, and hear what my Spirit is truly declaring over you. When I speak of elimination, I am not speaking of the cessation of your life, but the termination of a life that has been holding you captive. I am announcing the end of a situation, a mindset, a spiritual bondage that has kept you walking in circles, stuck in the mud of yesterday, unable to step into the glorious future I have planned for you. My child, for so long you have been carrying a weight that was never yours to bear. It is a weight I am removing from you tonight. Think of it, feel it. It is the weight of past failures that you replay in your mind like a tormenting film. It is the weight of other pepless expectations, a burden you have tried to carry to earn their love or approval. It is the weight of unspoken grief, of dreams that died and hopes that were deferred, which you have packed down deep inside your soul where no one else can see. This weight has become so familiar to you that you may not even realize how heavy it is, how it has slowed your pace, bent your shoulders, and exhausted your spirit. But I have seen it. I have felt every strained step you have taken. Tonight, I am eliminating that weight. I am unstrapping the chains from your ankles and the yoke from your neck. You will stand up straight tomorrow, and you will feel a lightness you have not known in years, perhaps ever. You will feel free. I am eliminating the shadows that have followed you, whispering lies into your ear. These are the shadows of inadequacy that told you that you are not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough. They are the shadows of comparison that constantly point to others, making you feel that you are falling behind, that everyone else is blessed while you are forgotten. They are the shadows of fear that murmur of worst-case scenarios, that tell you not to try because you will only fail, that convince you to stay small and hidden where it is safe. These shadowy voices have dictated too many of your decisions. They have stolen your confidence and poisoned your peace. But tonight, my child, my light is flooding the corners of your heart. My truth is a consuming fire that burns away every shadow and silences every lie. Where the shadows once screamed defeat, my voice will now thunder with declarations of your victory, your worth, and your divine identity in me. I am cutting off the cycles that have plagued your existence. You know them well. The cycle of almost but not quite, where breakthrough is always on the horizon but never arrives. The cycle of financial struggle, where just when you think you can finally breathe, an unexpected crisis pulls you back under. The cycle of broken relationships, where patterns of hurt and misunderstanding repeat themselves with different people in different seasons. The cycle of starting strong with passion and vision, only to lose momentum and abandon the project halfway through. These cycles have felt like an endless, dizzying merry-go-round with no exit. You have felt trapped, powerless to stop the wheel from spinning you back to the same place of frustration and disappointment. But hear me tonight. I am breaking the wheel. I am shattering the mechanism of that destructive pattern. The circle is being broken once and for all. From this night forward, you will not walk in circles. You will walk in a straight line, a path that I am laying before you, a path of progress, advancement, and forward momentum into your destiny. Tonight is a night of profound elimination, but it is equally a night of glorious new creation. I do not operate like the world, which takes and leaves a void. My mathematics are different. My subtractions are always in service of a greater addition. For everything I take it away so that you may rise higher. For everything I eliminate it so that you may advance further. You have been praying for freedom, my child. In the quiet of the night, with tears staining your pillow, you have cried out, "Lord, how much longer? Set me free." You have thought my silence was indifference. You have mistaken my patience for absence. But I was never silent. I was working. I was preparing this very moment. I was arranging every detail of this divine elimination in my perfect timing. I saw how long you had endured. I counted every tear. I witnessed every time you wrestled in the dark, fighting an enemy you could not see. I was there each time you thought deliverance had finally come, only for the old burden to return heavier than before, crushing your hope. But tonight, my child, is different. Tonight, the burden will not return. It will be cast into the sea of forgetfulness, never to wash ashore in your life again. Tonight, the chain will not be refugee. Its links are being dissolved by the power of my word. Tonight, the cage that has confined your spirit will not just be unlocked. It will be broken into pieces so small they can never be reassembled. Tonight, the enemy's legal claim over that area of your life, a claim he held through old wounds, past sins, or generational patterns, is being declared null and void. The deed is being stamped with the blood of my Son. That territory is being reclaimed for my kingdom, for my glory, and for your freedom. You ask with a trembling heart, "Lord, why tonight? Why not a year ago? Why not when I first cried out to you in desperation?" My answer, my beloved child, is rooted in a wisdom you are now ready to receive. I needed you to see with absolute certainty that you could not save yourself. I allowed you to exhaust every ounce of your own strength, to try every strategy your mind could devise, to follow every piece of human advice you were given. I watched you strive and push and fight in your own power. I did this not to frustrate you, but to liberate you from the greatest bondage of all, the pride of self-reliance. For as long as you believed your own strength could be your savior, you would never fully surrender to mine. If I had acted too soon, you would have shared the credit. You would have thought my effort combined with a little help from God did this. But now you know. Now that you have reached the end of yourself, now that you are on your knees with empty hands and a surrendered heart, you are in the perfect position to receive a miracle that you cannot explain away. When I act now, you will know beyond all doubt that it was my hand and my hand alone. You have now reached that place of total dependence, and that is why tonight is 𝐆𝐃. That is why the time is right. Do not think of this elimination as a loss. It is the most profound act of my love for you. I do not take away from my children without a divine purpose. Every elimination is a release. It is a holy removal of what cannot and will not serve the next chapter one am writing for your life. Some of the things I am eliminating may even look like blessings to your human eyes. There may be a job that provides security, but is slowly killing your soul and stifling your true calling. I see how it drains you, even while it pays you. There may be people in your circle who seem loyal, who say all the right things, but I see the hidden envy in their hearts. I see the snares of compromise and negativity they lay for you in secret. I must eliminate their influence to protect your destiny. There may be desires and ambitions in your spirit that feel like beautiful dreams, but I know their source. I know they are rooted in ego or fear, and I know that had they been fulfilled, they would have led you down a path of destruction and emptiness. You may mourn their passing like a death, but I am saving you from a death far greater. Trust me, my child. Trust that this elimination is love. Trust that this elimination is protection. Trust that this elimination is preparation for something far greater than what you are letting go of. Do not be afraid of the silence that may follow this night. After a great storm, there is a profound quiet. That silence is not abandonment. It is the sound of peace returning. It is the atmosphere of heaven settling over your life. Do not fear the emptiness you may feel in the places where the old things used to be. That emptiness is not a void. It is a holy space that I am clearing out. It is the fertile ground I am preparing for the new seeds I am about to plant. A cluttered room cannot be filled with new treasures. I am making room for a fullness you can barely imagine. And do not fear the tears that may come. Let them flow. Those tears are not tears of defeat. They are a cleansing rain. They are tears of release, of farewell to a life that is now past. Those tears will water the ground of your heart, preparing it for the glorious harvest that is destined to follow Thanith's work. Tonight I eliminate the spirit of delay that has mocked you and taunted you. For years you have felt like you were running in place, watching others pass you by. Delay has been your constant companion, whispering that your time will never come. I rebuke that spirit tonight. I command the blockages to be removed. What was held up will be released. What was stagnant will begin to flow. Tonight I eliminate the shame that has kept your head bowed when I have called you to lift it high. The memory of your past, the mistakes you made, the moments you wish you could undo. There have been a heavy cloak of shame upon you. You have felt unworthy to stand in my presence, unworthy to receive my blessings. But tonight I strip that cloak from you and I clothe you in a robe of righteousness, a garment of grace. Lift your head, my child, for you are forgiven, you are cleansed, you are mine. Tonight I eliminate the chorus of voices, both internal and external, that have told you that you are not enough, that you are unworthy, that you are forgotten. That is the great lie of the enemy, and its power over you is broken now. Hear my truth instead. You are not forgotten. I have written your name on the palms of my hands. You are not unworthy. You are so precious to me that I gave everything for you. You are not overlooked. You are chosen, set apart, and deeply loved with an everlasting love. I have carried you through every silent struggle, even and especially when you thought you were walking alone. This divine elimination will not be a small, isolated event. It will be like a stone dropped into the center of a still lake. The ripples will extend into every corner of your life. The doors that were sealed shut with iron bolts will swing open on their own accord. The paths that were overgrown and hidden will suddenly become clear and visible. The strength you thought you had lost forever will rise like a fire in your very bones. You will feel the weight of years lift in a single night. You will wake up tomorrow and know, with a certainty that needs no external proof, that something invisible but undeniably powerful has shifted within you and for you. People around you may not understand it. They may only see the outward effects and call it luck or a sudden change of fortune. But you will know the truth. You will know that on this night, the God of the universe reached down and intervened on your behalf. The peace you have longed for, the peace that surpasses all understanding, will settle upon your soul like a warm, protective garment. And the joy you thought you could never feel again, the joy that was stolen by sorrow and disappointment, will return like a magnificent sunrise breaking through the longest, darkest night of your life. Yes, my child, I am eliminating fear from you tonight. Fear has been a cruel tyrant, reigning from a throne in your heart for far too long. It is the fear that has frozen you when opportunities appeared, convincing you to stay in the familiar rather than risk the unknown. It is the fear that has persuaded you to settle for less than the glorious destiny I ordained for you. It is the fear that has whispered that every good thing will eventually end in disappointment, so it is better not to hope at all. Tonight, I am staging a coup in your heart. I am dethroning fear. Its reign is over, and in its place, I am establishing the reign of my love. For my perfect love casts out all fear, and that perfect, powerful, all-consuming love is flooding every chamber of your heart even as I speak these words. I am eliminating confusion. You have felt lost, as if walking through a dense fog, never sure of the next step. You have chased after mirages that disappeared as you drew near, leaving you more disoriented than before. But the fog is lifting tonight. I am blowing it away with the wind of my spirit. You will see with a new clarity. You will know the direction I am pointing you toward. I am aligning your eyes with my vision, your ears with my voice, and your steps with my path. The wavering and second guessing are over. You will walk with a holy confidence, not in yourself, but in the one who is guiding you. I am eliminating guilt, the mistakes of your past, the regrets you carry like heavy stones in your chest, the shame you relive in the secret theater of your mind. I am eliminating them all. Did I not promise that if you confess, I am faithful and just to forgive you and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness? Did I not say I would remember your sins no more? Why, then, do you insist on carrying what I have already cast into the depths of the sea? Your future cannot be built on the ashes of your self-condemnation. Tonight, I am demolishing that foundation of guilt so that you can build on the solid rock of my grace. Breathe free, my child. Breathe in the clean air of forgiveness. Whom I set free is free indeed. I am eliminating the hidden enemies. Not every enemy declares war on you openly. Some of the most dangerous ones smile to your face and walk beside you, all the while harboring envy, jealousy, and malice in their hearts. They celebrate your setbacks in secret and resent your victories. I have seen what you cannot see. I have heard the conversations you were never meant to hear. I have witnessed the betrayals that were being planned in the shadows. But tonight I am moving to protect you. I am frustrating their plans. I am dissolving their unholy alliances. I am scattering their intentions like smoke in the wind. Those who have dug a pit for you will find themselves falling into it. Do not try to fight them in your own strength or seek your own revenge. Be still and know that I am your defender. I fight for you. My child, listen closely to the nature of this moment. Tonight's elimination is not a punishment. It is a graduation. You are graduating from the school of hardship where you learned endurance. You are graduating from the season of waiting where you learned patience. You are crossing a threshold from one spiritual season into a new one. You are leaving behind what cannot accompany you to the higher place where I am taking you. Like a master gardener, I must sometimes prune what appears to be a living branch. I do this not because I despise the branch, but because it is not bearing the fruit I desire for you. I prune it so that the life force of the tree can be channeled into producing a more abundant, more beautiful harvest. Like a master refiner, I must put the precious metal into the fire to burn away the drifts, the impurities that mar its beauty and diminish its value. I do not hate the metal. I love the pure gold that I know is within it. What I eliminate because I desire your wholeness, your purity, your strength. So I implore you, do not cling to what I am eliminating. If a door closes tonight, do not stand there weeping and rattling the locked knob. If a relationship ends, do not try to piece it back together. If I begin to pry something from your hands, something you have held onto with a white-knuckled grip, do not resist me. Release it, my child. Release it all with a heart full of trust. For if you let go of what I am removing, your hands will be free and open to receive the incredible new things I am about to pour into your life. But if you cling to the old, you will delay the arrival of the new. Do not delay your own blessing. Tonight is the night. This moment is marked in eternity as your night of elimination, your night of release, your night of undeniable breakthrough. I speak all this to you so clearly so that when tomorrow comes and the shift becomes visible, you will not be tempted to dismiss it. You will not say it was a coincidence. You will not say it was a stroke of luck. You will not even say it was the result of your own hard work. You will know the truth. You will stand and testify that the Lord spoke a word, the Lord acted on that word, and the Lord fulfilled his promise. And that testimony, my child, will become a beacon of hope. For your story of liberation is not just for you. It is a key I am giving you to unlock the cages of others. Many will see your freedom and begin to believe that I can liberate them too. Many will hear of your elimination and find the courage to hope that their chains can also be broken. Your breakthrough is a seed that will produce a harvest in the lives of countless people you may never even meet. My child, you have often wondered why I do not always lift you out of situations immediately. You have looked at your struggle, your delay, your season of waiting that has felt unbearable, and you have questioned my timing. You have cried out, Lord, you are all-powerful. The hand that parted the Red Sea can surely part this difficulty for me at once. The voice that calmed the raging storm can surely hush the tempest in my soul the moment it begins. Why do you wait? Why do you delay? Tonight I, your Father, will answer that question from the depths of my love. I wait because there is profound purpose in my timing. I delay, not because I have forgotten you, not because I am powerless, and certainly not because I take any pleasure in your pain. I delay because I know what you do not yet know. I see the end from the very beginning, and I measure every season of your life with divine precision. If I always pulled you out of trouble at the first sign of discomfort, you would never develop the spiritual muscle that grows only under pressure. You would never know the diamond-like quality of endurance that is forged only in the intense heat of the fire. You would never discover the true depth of your own faith, for faith is not truly revealed in seasons of ease, but in the heart of a trial. My child, I am infinitely more interested in your eternal becoming than in your temporary comfort. I am more focused on the eternal weight of glory that is being produced in you than in giving you immediate, temporary relief. What is a moment of discomfort compared to the greatness I am shaping within your character for all of eternity? Think of my beloved servant Joseph. I gave him magnificent dreams of his destiny when he was just a boy. Did I fulfill them the next day? No. I allowed him to be betrayed, sold into slavery, and imprisoned on false charges. At any point I could have intervened. I could have delivered him from the pit. I could have exposed Potiphar's vicious lie. I could have struck down the prison walls. But I waited. There was a necessity in the waiting. In the pit, Joseph learned utter dependence. In Potiphar's house, he learned integrity under temptation. In prison, he learned to steward his gifts in obscurity, serving others without reward. Each stage of delay was a classroom. If I had delivered him too soon and placed him on the throne of Egypt as an arrogant, untested boy, he would have collapsed under the weight of his destiny. A tree without deep roots cannot withstand the storms of leadership. My delay was not a denial of his dream. It was the very process that made him ready to carry it. Look also at my people, Israel, in Egypt. My hand was more than mighty enough to break Pharaoh's grip in a single night. Yet I allowed them to remain in bondage for generations. Why? Because the fullness of time had not yet come. Their collective cry needed to rise to the heavens with a unified voice. The hardness of Pharaoh's heart needed to be fully revealed to justify the judgment that was to come. The Red Sea itself needed to be prepared as the grand stage for a deliverance so spectacular that it would be told for all time. I did not delay because I was blind to their suffering. I delayed because I was aligning history, nations, and hearts for a liberation that would echo through eternity. Do you see, my child? I delay until there is a divine necessity. I wait until the stage is perfectly set. I do not waste suffering. I transform it into strength. I do not overlook your tears. I store them as precious reminders of your prayers. I do not ignore your cries for help. I gather them like incense in a golden bowl in heaven, and when that bowl is full, the answer comes down with fire and power. Think of Job. Could I not have stopped the adversary at the first strike? Yes, but I allowed the test to run its course because Job's faith needed to be proven genuine, not just to himself, but to the entire spiritual realm. The testimony of his endurance in the face of unimaginable loss would become a source of strength for generations of my children. And in the end, when the necessity of the test was fulfilled, I restored to him double for his trouble. If I had delivered him at the first sign of pain, the world would have been robbed of one of its greatest stories of perseverance and unwavering trust. And David, the one I called a man after my own heart, I anointed him as king while he was still a young shepherd, yet he did not immediately ascend to the throne. Instead, I allowed him to be hunted like an animal by Saul, to live in caves, to experience hunger and betrayal and the feeling of being utterly forsaken. Why? Because in the wilderness I was shaping a king's heart. In the caves, I was teaching him that I was his only true refuge. In his desperation, the most beautiful psalms of intimacy and dependence were birthed. If I had placed him on the throne as a youth, he would have been a ruler, but he would not have been the psalmist, the worshiper, the humble king whose heart was deeply intertwined with mine. My delay was not a denial of his kingship. It was his preparation for it. My child, you must understand this core truth. Necessity determines the timing of my intervention. I act when the fullness of time has come. I act when the lesson has been learned. I act when the vessel has been shaped for its purpose. I act when the testimony will have the maximum impact for my kingdom. I act when deliverance will not merely lift you out of a problem, but will fundamentally transform you through the process. Do not despise the waiting. It is the sacred womb of miracles. Sometimes, I even withhold what you ask for because your request is too small compared to what I truly desire to give you. You ask me to help you patch up a leaking roof, but I am waiting because I intend to build you a brand new house. You ask me to remove a painful thorn from your side, but I am waiting because I intend to give you wings to fly above it. You ask me for a simple escape from your trouble, but I am waiting because I intend to give you divine authority over the very thing that has tried to destroy you. My delay is not a sign of lack of love. It is a sign of an abundance of love. It is a love so deep that it refuses to give you anything less than your highest good, your fullest destiny. Do you remember my friend Lazarus? When his sisters sent word that he was sick, I did not rush to his side, even though I loved him. I waited. I waited until he had died. I waited until all human hope had decayed. I waited until the stench of death was real and the tomb was sealed with a stone of finality. Why did I delay? Because the necessity for that moment was not a simple healing. It was a resurrection. If I had gone immediately, they would have seen me as a great healer. But by waiting, by allowing the situation to become utterly impossible, I revealed myself as the resurrection and the life. The miracle was exponentially greater because the delay was longer. My ways are not your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. You see only the pain of the present moment. I see the glorious harvest that will come from it in the future. You measure time in hours and days. I measure it in lessons learned and character forged. You cry out for escape. I am working toward your transformation. You plead for relief. I am bringing about a revelation of who I am. I allow you to walk through the darkest valleys so you will know me intimately as your shepherd. I allow you to face down roaring lions so you will know me personally as your deliverer. I allow you to endure raging storms so you will know me as the unshakable peace that anchors your soul. Each delay, each trial, is designed to unveil a new facet of my nature that you could not have known in a life of perpetual ease. So my child, when you are tempted to ask why I do not move at once, remember this. My silence is not absence, it is strategy. My delay is not rejection, it is divine orchestration. You see a single tangled thread and call it a mess, but I am weaving a magnificent tapestry. You see a single heavy stone and call it a burden, but I am laying the foundation of a temple. You see only the terrors of the night, but I am already preparing the joy that comes in the morning. Trust me in the delay. Trust that if I have not yet moved, it is because the divine necessity has not yet ripened. But also trust that when the appointed hour strikes, no force in heaven or on earth can delay my hand. When I say, now, doors will swing open, chains will fall, seas will part, and no power of darkness will be able to stand against my word for you. Do not grow weary. Remember the great cloud of witnesses who came before you. Remember Abraham, who waited decades for the promised son, yet my promise was not late. It was right on time. Remember Hannah, who wept for years for a child, and in the fullness of time she bore Samuel, a prophet who would change the course of a nation. Your waiting is not in vain. The fulfillment will be sweet, and the outcome will be glorious. Tonight, my child, I eliminate not only the weight upon you, but also the lie that I am slow to act. I eliminate the fear that I have forgotten you. I eliminate the doubt that my promises can expire. I am reminding you that I am the God who waits for necessity, not because I am unable, but because I will not waste a single moment of your precious life. Every tear, every trial, every unanswered prayer has a purpose. And when my appointed time comes, as it is coming for you now, you will lack nothing. Rest now in this truth. I am never late. I am never early. I am always on time. And the same hand that holds the stars in their courses holds the clock of your life with perfect, loving precision. Trust me, my delays have been your deliverance in disguise. And tonight, the disguise is coming off.